Here's how I make 10 Instagram reels in 45 minutes or less. The other day, I filmed about 50 reels in 2 hours and I had a break. That doesn't include writing or editing them, but I filmed them all in a really short space of time. And I want to show you how you can film and maybe edit 10 reels in less than an hour. But first, let's talk about the equipment that you need. You don't need lights, editors, a film crew, a fancy $6,000 camera. You can do this all with an iPhone, natural light, and some mobile apps. I use InShot and Captions. Some people use CapCut and the Instagram Auto Subs feature. Up to you. If you really want to step it up a little bit, you can get an iPhone tripod and one of those lapel mic things that plugs straight into an iPhone. Both of those together cost like £25–35 on Amazon. That's it. You don't need any more. The worst thing you can do, and it's what a lot of people do, is use your lack of equipment as an excuse or as a blocker that stands in the way of you actually making progress and just filming the damn videos. Short form video isn't intended to be fancy. It's raw, it's organic, it's unfiltered, and it's original. You don't need all this fancy stuff to film it. So before we go anywhere else, I want to tell you, stop. Don't overthink this shit. Have fun. Film the video. If you don't like it, don't post it. Just practice. When you're ready, post. So before we do any filming, we want to look at what words we can use. We need to prep. And the best place to find these words is in our past content. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Let's use my Instagram as an example. Now this post is good for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a list. And secondly, because it got over 1,000 likes. So the reel will probably do similar numbers. So with this, I can have a quick skim through, or I can just lift out 3 to 5 books that I mentioned, just so the reel's nice and short. Then what I'm gonna do is paste them into a Google Doc. So I'll repeat this and I'll find like 10 pieces of content really quickly. I'm not touching them up, not making them sound better, not making them look better, not tidying them at all. I'm just pasting them at this stage. So repeat this until you've got 10 posts. And if you're brand new to this and you don't have existing content, don't worry. There are 2 things you can do. You can go to existing accounts either inside your space or outside your space and use their words as templates and guides. Or even better, you can go and learn how to write on LinkedIn and Twitter. Writing is such a valuable skill. 2 things that helped me especially were headlines and CTAs, and we'll get into that more now. So the next stage is prepping the post. Now using this highlighted area on the Google Doc, we're going to turn that post into something more powerful. We're going to apply a very simple formula and rewrite the whole post. And the formula is ABC. Attention, breakdown, call to action. Simple. So we're going to grab the viewer's attention with a nice hooky headline. We're going to make them stop scrolling. We're going to speak directly to a particular type of person. All we're trying to do is stop the scroll and encourage them to keep watching. Then we're going to break down the existing post as it is. And at the end, we're going to call a viewer to take action. So let's have a quick look at the headline firstly. 3 sales and marketing books you should read now. It's got a number, it's got a topic, it's got a delivery mechanism, it's got an action, and it's also got an urgency word. Number 3 of things that you should do now. But it's not got an outcome. So we're taking it here from the existing headline, and all we're going to do is prefix it with an outcome. If you want to grow your Instagram in 2023, read these books now. So I've chosen to get rid of sales and marketing because I think that makes the headline too long, but I have added in this if you want to achieve something. And because I'm going to post this reel on Instagram and these are sales and marketing books, I'm going to put grow your Instagram. I've chucked in that because it's very timely and it's the start of something, the start of a new year. People are interested in what they can do to grow their Instagram right now. So I'm going to make this super relevant and timely. Then what we want to do is paste the existing text, so the breakdown of the current post, i.e. these 3 parts here, and we want to expand on them a little bit. So all I'm going to do is stick the authors' names on the end. So 3 different books with authors. Then all we're going to do is add a CTA, and typically you're trying to get people to follow you, to interact with your content, or to take them off platform and do something, convert them somewhere else. With this one, because it's very top level content, all I'm going to ask people to do is to follow me. So follow me for more. Dead simple. So add your call to action at the end, and you'll see what we've got here is A for attention, B for the breakdown, and C for the CTA. And that's why I say this is pretty simple. It starts to become a science more than an art. Now, once these are all written, I go and get my clothes ready, okay, and get ready to film. And you don't have to go nuts with this. All I do is switch my shirt and switch my cap every 5 reels or so. I don't even keep count. Just whenever feels natural, I just switch it over. Make sure your clothes aren't covered in dog hair or food or beans or mom's spaghetti or whatever it may be. Sometimes I'll adjust the color of my lighting as well. Alexa, office on blue. Whee, it worked.
After this, I set up the equipment. Sometimes I'll film on my phone, other times I'll film on my Sony ZV-1, which is a cracking camera, but that's a little bit pricey. So if you've only got a limited budget, invest in a new phone, because it does a lot more than just film things, obviously. But I do want to reiterate that you don't need a professional camera. Next, we're on to recording, and this is where people make a big mistake. They try and record everything in one take, which is obviously pretty hard, and it costs them time. So all I do is open up my Google Doc and I record it from there, line by line. I have gaps, and I mean that. I will do it line by line. So coming back to the Google Doc, I will literally read this line to the camera, and then I'll have a break. If you want to grow your Instagram in 2023, read these books now, and then I'll stop. That's it, okay? So the pressure's on for like 3 seconds, then it's off, rather than the pressure being on for 30 seconds. That means the second that I make a mistake, I can just re-record the line, rather than the whole thing. Saves so much time. I also keep my phone or my camera recording until the whole thing is done. That way I'm not messing around with clips afterwards in the editing phase. So I repeat this whole process with every single one of the reels, all 10 reels, before I do any editing. You go into writing mode, you come out of writing mode and go into film mode. After you finish filming, you come out of film mode and you go into edit mode, because they're all very different mindsets. Really crucial. Batching is the way. Next, we're going to look at the edits, and I try and do them all in one go. And if you're not used to this, it can get quite frustrating, but trust me, this is a reps game. Practice. Put the reps in. You're not going to get good until you've done it 50 to 100 times. The hardest one's the first one. I actually outsource all of my edits now, but when I couldn't do that, when I couldn't afford to outsource, this is the exact process that I went through. I'd bring all the footage, video by video, into an in-phone editing app like InShot. Then I would chop out every single bit of silence that there was. So the only footage that was in the file was footage of me talking. There were no gaps, no stumbles, no breaths, no ers, nothing. I would cut out every single part that didn't have me speaking. And I mean that, even the breaths. The quicker people can consume your content and the faster paced it is, the more they'll consume it. Therefore, the more the platform that you're posting on is going to reward you with reach and impressions and views. Then I'll occasionally sort of zoom in, zoom out, that kind of thing. And when it's ready, I'll hit the export button. Next, I'll take it into the Captions app or the Instagram Auto Subtitles app. Repeat this process 10 times and you're on to a winner. It starts with the prep, then you move it to the film stage, then you edit, and you can either publish or schedule. But remember, if you're new to recording, if you've not done this before, it's going to take a little bit longer. Prepare your mind for that. Everyone who's good at something now sucked at it at the start, but stay with it, because once these mini tasks become habits, you can then turn them into processes and do them without thinking. So in summary, to record 10 reels in 45 minutes, I find old content, I paste it into a Google Doc, I apply the ABC formula, attention, breakdown, call to action, I get my clothes ready, I set up my equipment, I film a line at a time, I edit out anything that isn't me speaking, and I add subtitles. Now if you want to win more clients on LinkedIn and Instagram, you can go to this video here where I break down another process that you can plug and play into your marketing. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in this video next.